it's salad day for my caterpillars. So, today, as I just said, today is salad day, and they are extremely excited because today means that they get to ditch their boring old food, get a cage clean out, and a good vacuuming. I have tiny little vacuum, and I gather all their little frass with it, and then I go in and I wipe down and clean the floor, and move their caterpillar salad to a new, nice, fresh area. And this means that they can now eat like kings and queens. They're so happy. It consists of a massive pile. This is their splurge day. Massive pile of hornworm chow, mulberry silkworm chow, carrots, banana, raw potato, lettuce, and they have growing in here their wheatgrass, which some of the species I find really like little cutworms, loopers. They find a lot of enjoyment with that, and occasionally they'll climb down and I see a whole stalk just fall, cut, and I'm like, what's going on? And I look in there, and he's just felling these things like trees. They're so happy. They get their nice salad day, and they are, they are hungry. So this is what they're going to be getting after a nice good cleaning. They get a nice big meal, and they have literally the time of their lives. It will dry up a little bit. It's not a great idea with the caterpillar black plague, the NPV, nuclear polyhedrosis virus, which spreads very easily in caterpillars. It's basically like one of those sicknesses that ends up eating away them cell by cell, and wet surfaces are good at spreading that, so it's a good idea to clean up there, especially if they don't have a drying up substrate. Like I used to have coconut fiber, which would dry up their excrements. That would that would be better, but then I can't clean up their floor, so I have to take extra care to make sure that the surfaces don't stay moist. So it's a big deal for me. NPV has spread many times during my hobby with moths, caterpillars, and it's not a fun thing. So it takes research. It takes understanding the virus and how it spreads. Caterpillars, insects don't fight it off like people can fight off sickness with like immune system. So basically, if one gets it, it's 99.99999% they will die. Oh, I forgot somebody. Oh, somebody snuck up here. Come on. You want to enjoy salad day as well? Don't be scared. Enjoy a salad day. Everyone should enjoy a salad day. Feed yourself something happy. Have a good cleaning. I like giving my little pets little salad days. Don't get feisty, you. I see you. You're getting feisty. He's a feisty little fighter. Look at you. He gets mean. I've noticed that particular species gets very sassy. They're very mean. Hornworms are just kind of like, oh, am I walking on you? I don't know. Maybe. Silkworms, I think they're pretty peaceful. They like to mind their business, and they like to sit, and they like to just relax and enjoy and live life and breathe. These, no. These are wacky little guys. Wacky. I've always been drawn to raising the not very pretty moths. I think they're very pretty, though. The moth that you find in your garage, the brown little tent-shaped looking lad. And I am growing, and up here, I want to show you guys, too. I have my moth set-up tent, ready because I have tons of cocoons. Tons. I have a pile of pupae here, but over here, all of those in the leaves are Ontaria polyphemus and Promethea moths, and those are giant silk moths, and I need a heckin' large space for them, so I pulled out from last year's moths, had a Luna moth in here. This is gonna be where they're gonna fly. I don't trust putting them in the big enclosure with the caterpillars because honestly, if one of the moths broke a wing, if one of them got hurt, or if one of them is on their way out, I don't trust that these guys aren't going to mess with them, and I do pin my moths at the end of their life after they die to preserve and cherish their life. These are my best from last year, except I didn't raise the cicada. I take that one out of consideration. All these other ones I have cared for. But I pick the ones, see, I don't euthanize my moths. I pick the ones that naturally die in better condition. I have had many, and I have a collection of many of my old hummingbird moths that I can't preserve the full bodies of them, but I could preserve like a wing or something else, a torso for research and such. But those were my best ones. So if I keep them separate from caterpillars, which could munch on them if I'm not home at the time that they pass, they have a big open area where they're not likely with the metal to hurt their wings quite too bad, because this is a very like mesh soft fabric. I'm hoping it'll be better. I put vines of fake leaves in here too, because the moths like to lay their eggs on the undersides of them, thinking that they're real plants. And that's easy for my collecting. I have my silkworm eggs right here, so that I have more silkworms after these start cocooning. And I have a nice place right here. I have a nice little cocooning area. You can take like one of the box dividers, like this, something that has corners and little cubicles. Silkworms make their cocoons attached to corners. I also have a little box like this. I can take the plastic out so that it has air, but I can have the cocoons in a little box there. My little moth apiary set up, and I'm working on a sign. You guys are gonna like this. Because I'm also an artist. My artist channel, Miss Willow Artistry, you can check that out. I like to incorporate in all my different channels and hobbies. I like to put my art in them as much as I can. So I'm having this wood sign I'm working on to put on the front of my moth enclosure. So updates, I am growing mung bean sprouts and chia sprouts in the window right now, along with the wheatgrass. I like to experiment with giving them a lot of different varieties and testing out, seeing what plants work very well with different species versus others, what they're interested in. I like to journal this down. I like to have easy ways of, during the winter, being able to have fresh food. And it's not always fun trying to pick out fresh greens for them at the grocery store, because, you know, everything has pesticides and everything is chemicals and everything that says, you know, it's one way or the other, you know, to me, you never really know. So it's always a gamble what to feed them and how much to wash the item before you feed them. I have learned this the hard way. You don't take an apple and slice it up and give it to your caterpillars. There's going to be chemicals on it that it's going to end up killing them. You can't pluck a piece of lettuce from your salad and give it to them. It really depends, and I always try to make sure, you know, washing stuff so vigorously, feeding them the insides of foods. It's a gamble, you know, really. having insects as pets, because insects are something that humans have tried so hard and genetically modified so hard food not to be able to be eaten by them, food that's gonna end up killing insects. And, you know, when you have them as pets, it's like, well, now I have to really think about how I'm gonna feed them if I don't want to buy generic microwave and mix food. And I don't like giving them just microwave and mix food. To me, who wants to live off of something processed and goopy their whole life? Like, it's great. It's a wonderful idea as a main course. For ciders, I like to have things that are natural that they would probably already have. Like when I grow the tomatoes, I give them whole tomato leaves. Again, don't do that if you plan to feed your hornworms to other creatures. I grow them into moths. And don't feed them to other creatures, because tomato plant can hurt a lot of animals. And you don't want that as part of the food source. But these tobacco hornworms would be eating tomato plants, tomato leaves. It does change the color of their skin, though. You see the greenish pattern on the backs of these. The hornworms, I find, when you feed them fresh leaves, turn completely green. I have some videos on my channel of that. You can probably sort through and find some of my green hornworms. Little silks, so happy. Oh, I love seeing my silks happy. These are my little babies. I love these guys so much. I'm so in tune and caring for their life and how they are. They're just so precious creatures to me. Oh my goodness, I love them. I love moths. Oh, look at this guy having his potato breakfast. As my family calls it, I don't know if anybody else calls it that or not, good morning potatoes. That's his good morning potato. Aw, I think this is enough of an update. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a little bit of good information, I believe, here and there in the video, but now you know what a salad day is. You can enjoy a salad day. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Stay tuned with the videos. Don't forget, you can ask me any questions you want. I'll do my best to answer. I am here to help. And have a good one. Bye.